Hey bass players, this is Mr. Crawford from over at Quail Hollow. Congratulations on auditioning for CMS Honors Orchestra this year. This is Petite Bourree, instructional video for the double bass. Good luck. Okay, before we start the music though, I want you guys to take a look at the very first measure, right? We're gonna start there. On the back of your audition music is the thing everyone forgets to practice, the scales. And if you notice, the first measure in Petite Bourree is very much like coming down the G scale, because it is. So let's start with doing this. We're gonna start with this exercise here, the G scale, and I want you to pay close attention to how we do line 2 coming down. And that'll set you up for Petite Bourree, the beginning. Here's the second line of the G scale coming down the G scale. Do that one more time, and I'm not doing slurs, I'm just doing separate bows right now. Always good to practice scales slow. Have you heard that before? Before we get started with working on the piece, I want you guys to make sure that you have your bass taped or marked with finger placement markers, maybe with a pencil or just something, so you can deal with this and deal with the G scale and deal with the Petite Bourree. So your teacher can help you with this. We'll want to have first position. Oh, I think I got an email just now. We'll want to have third position taped. We'll want fourth position. That's where this is the gold on my bass, that's D on the G string, okay? That octave note from the open D. That's fourth position, 5.5 position, and then that's the opening note. It's the G harmonic. It's the halfway point between the nut and your bridge down there. And you can probably find it if you don't have it marked already, but your teacher can definitely help you find it on your bass. And just kind of mark it. It's a neat note. You don't press it down, you just touch the string with butterfly pressure. Usually we use third finger for that if we're playing down here. And that's the starting pitch for Petite Bourree. So before we get started, make sure you got tapes, make sure you know where you're gonna be going, and then we can get into the music. You guys will notice that there's some times where I do what's called open hand fingering. That's just me, don't do that, but I do it a little bit out of habit. It's a little bit hard for me to go back sometimes to the one and the mini shifts and the 2/4s. I like to just do like kind of like a cello hand, I do that. But yeah, you can work on that later on. Okay, so let's go through it slow, okay? We're gonna start from the beginning again, having your fingerboard taped. We're gonna find that G harmonic note. And we're just gonna come in, butterfly pressure, touch the string. When you really find the exact note, your string doesn't buzz against your finger so much. If you move it around a little bit, there's a lot of buzzing against your fingertip. But once you get it dead center, that note, it stops buzzing against your finger. So it also just sounds really clear and ringy. So we're gonna start there with the 3 and that little 0, that degree looking 0 above it, that means harmonic when you see that in your music. We're then going to come to fourth finger, and this is in what's called 5.5 position. I had to cheat and look, I kind of forgot where that was at. And that's going to be with your 4 and your 1, okay? Next 2 notes. And then it says to go back and play first finger D. Then there's a big shift back to first position. My 1 is on A. Do what's called a mini shift to second position. put your 2 on the B, and your 4 plays the C. And then back to the A with 1. And it's not marked, but I would do this B with your 4th finger, and then N measure 2. Finally we get an open string. Bass players love open strings. All right, so that'll get you through the opening first couple of lines of Petite Bourree there. Work on it really slow. Okay, now it's time for the fun stuff. This is the 3rd line, and I think this is the one that everyone kind of has to do the most work on, me included. I had to practice that a little bit today. All right, so we're gonna start back in first position. First finger A. And with something like this, I like to do something I call add a note. So we're gonna just like look at the line of music. We're gonna maybe have feelings about that, but we're just gonna play line 3, and we're only gonna play the first note of line 3. And we're gonna do it exactly like we're supposed to with the music. We're gonna go really slow. So the first note is easy, right? It's first finger A, first position. Okay, now I'm gonna start back at the beginning of line 3, but I'm gonna add a note. And the note I'm gonna add is the second note. So I'm gonna play the A and the B, right? The one where I have to do the mini shift. And if I missed it, I blew it, and I did this, just do it again till you get it. Okay, now I'm gonna go back to the A, and I'm gonna add the 3rd note, the C. Then the 4th note. The 5th note. The 6th note. And that one shifted to 3rd position, right? First finger on C. Whew, okay, let's keep going. Note 7. I'm always going back to the beginning of line 3, right? And let's go ahead and do note 8. We did it. Okay, we did the measure. That's one of the hardest measures, okay? So go measure by measure, do the technique called add a note, and you'll learn it actually really quick. Bass players, to end the video, we're gonna have Petite Bourree at a slower tempo so you can practice along with it. And again, practice as slow as you need to play it through so you get the notes sounding the way you want them to sound. You can do this. Good luck. All right, here's Petite Bourree slow. We're gonna go about half tempo.